Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while. I didn't do one of these last week. I was on vacation. If you didn't see my videos for earlier in the week, I traveled up the East Coast of the United States to see some family. I haven't been up there in about 10 years, so it was really great to go ahead. So that meant that the phone farm, I didn't leave it running because it was going to be over a week that I was going to be gone, so I just turn the phones off and let them take a break. They've been working for a few months, and it was their time to take a break. And I had some actual interesting things happen when I came back, because it seems that if you don't use an app for a decent amount of time, they really give you some good rewards when you come back. And I'm talking about the applications, Yootv specifically. My first day back, and I set the phones up, and for the first day it was about normal earnings. The second day I had crazy earnings. I mean, they were mostly all political commercials, and they were paying almost 5 cents a commercial. I was getting like 4.2, 4.6. My highest one was 4.8, and I had this for about 6 hours. And I switched all my phones over to it, and in the 6 hours, I made almost $1 a phone for 6 hours. I ended up, the rest of the week reverted back, so I don't know if it was just that individual day, but I was still having a lot of the same commercials, but not seeing the same earnings. It still has been very good earnings, just under a penny per earnings, but not, almost 5 cents a commercial. That was crazy. It was 6 hours, made $1 a phone. I did switch all the other ones over, but I ended the week with $13 from Yootv running. I was running 6 phones. I did move a 7th phone over to it, but I have been trying to run some of the AppLikes as well. It is moving. It is over to which is that white phone up there. That's what I run all my AppLike apps on. I ran them for 3 days because I had some new ones to put on there from the week I was gone, and I ran them for 3 days, and I did get a cash out. Waiting on it to come, but it was a $5 Fit Play cash out. Actually, no, I'm not waiting on it. It came yesterday, Friday. I have it on my book. $5, Amazon, Fit Play. That was my only thing that came in from this week. Last week, which was the end of the month, let me go over to my monthly one. It was just, I was on vacation, and a $6 payment came in as well. I just wanted to go over my overview for September. My total for September was $51.35. That was my total earnings. Now, like I said, I missed a whole week in there, so that was really a 3-week earning period. So if you figure, 10 devices, I ended up with $51, almost, $51, we'll say. And I do have a lot that are on a threshold, that I can't quite cash out yet, some of my other apps. So there is definitely more money to be made. In October, like I said, I had the one cash out so far, but I did have that yesterday, or no, this morning I cashed out $13 from Yootv. CashMagnet, I'm actually going to do a whole separate video on the update to CashMagnet because they did change a lot of things with it. But I did do a $10 cash out there. They normally take about 2 weeks, sometimes 3 weeks. So I'm not really expecting that. Probably not till the following week, but we'll see. I keep an eye on it just so I can report on how well they're doing. But I'm going to do a whole separate video on the update because they have changed a number of things with CashMagnet. Alright, an overview of what I'm running. The 2 phones over here, they are both running Perk TV. I did have them on Perk TV Live, but I kept getting black screens and they wouldn't. I had to totally restart the phone. They wasn't really doing well. So Perk TV, they've done real good. Just the 2 of them this week, I think, made $6. So 2 phones, $6, not too bad. I did have, actually, this new edition phone here. My wife actually got a new phone, so this is her older LG, which is a little nice to be on a to be on a phone farm, but you know, it's just going to sit around doing nothing. And she's not totally sold on the phone that she got yet. She got a Samsung, a J7 Prime, which is the same thing that I'm using now, and it's an okay phone. She kind of likes it, but she's not sure if she's going to go back to the LG one or not. So I let it run. It runs Yootv. Not too bad. As you can see, the board is standing up by itself, no support. I haven't showed you the back, so I'm going to do it right now. Let's walk around here, and you'll see I used an old cookie sheet that was no good, but I did put some wood blocks back there, and it is Velcroed there, just so I can take the board apart if I want. You can see my I say it's a mess of cords. It's actually fairly organized for the length of the cords. I got the cords at a really cheap price. They were on clearance through Walmart, so they're a bit longer. They're 6-foot cords. I really wanted to go with a smaller cord, but and then you have my block back here that I will actually, once I get it set with the other board on this side, the two boards will be will bend together and touch each other, and then there'll be a handle on the top, and then there'll be a second set of 10 phones on the other side. So that's just a quick look at the back of the board. I don't have the computers out because, to be perfectly honest with you, their earnings have been barely able to cover their electric usage. I don't know what it is with AdSense Media and S'mores. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But the earnings have been absolutely horrible, like only a couple bucks in a week. And, you know, phones, you can make a couple bucks in a week and still be okay, but to sit there and run computers is a little different as far as their paying for their power usage. So I do run it in the background when I'm using my computer, but I do not, I'm not leaving them up running 24/7. They're just using, it's not beneficial. They're not producing enough to justify their running of that. Unfortunately, I am going to be getting on to try out a few new apps. I know Tech Hustler had the video come out saying that he had a website up, so I will do a review of his site as well. I also owe eCash Society a review of their website because Mr. eCash does a good job with the website. I have actually been waiting to see what his referral program is going to be before I actually do that, because he talked about it as being, he's going to try and do a pretty good referral system. His offer walls are really good, but I'm going to wait until he has it totally up together to do some stuff. I got my cat over there getting in trouble. You know, she's mad I'm not paying attention to her. I'm doing YouTube stuff and she's not involved. So, you know, that's a little problem. But we'll continue on with my new plan and continue on with what I was running. Like I said, sorry for the quick pause in the video. She was getting into a whole lot of trouble over at the fish tank. So, back to what I was saying. Over here, Perk TV, they run on the two 4.3 devices, and Perk TV tends to run a lot better than the apps do on that. So I leave them on Perk no matter what. It's fine. It can just run. They make a little bit of money. It's fine. They were basically free phones, so I wasn't real worried about it. The other 4 phones, top and bottom, they are running on Yootv, which I pretty much always leave them on. Same thing with now the 2 LGs here. They run Yootv as well, so I have 6 phones running Yootv. That phone up there normally runs either CashMagnet or what is it, or one of the AppLike apps, if there's stuff available. Recently, I haven't had a lot available for AppLike, so I apologize to all my referrals on there. I just haven't had anything to run. I know a number of people have asked me, hey, are you still doing this app? Are you still using it? Well, I am when they have something to offer. I mean, I can't run it if they don't have anything to offer. I am going to do a separate video talking about the AppLike family of apps, and if you're going to run them, how best to run them, because there's a lot of ways that you can get screwed up with that app, and it really does need a whole video. I've done a lot about their payouts. I've never had a problem, but there's a reason for that, and the reason is I run just that single phone on it. I do not try and move it. I do not try and change the PayPal. If you're going to put it on a phone, leave it on one phone and don't mess with moving it. Don't use a VPN. Just be as stable with one device with that as I can say. But I'm going to talk a little more about it in a separate video itself. The new plan. Okay, this is going to be a bit longer of a video because after seeing what that week off has done for earnings within the first couple days, I think the new plan is going to be 1 week perk, 1 week UApps. And if I consistently see a bump in the, in the first few days, I may do it as, a kind of a 3 on, 3 off type deal and find what works best. So check back with me in a couple weeks. I will let you know a little more about how that goes and how the farm is growing. The tablet is not up here. That is actually sitting up on my counter because I have to constantly keep that plugged in order to run my CashMagnet. And CashMagnet has done actually pretty well this week. Their new update has really been good, but that is for a separate video. If anybody, I know a number of people have left comments on there about people having phones for sale. Hey, if you got phones for sale and you want to put your email address or whatever on the comments section, hey, go for it. I mean, I may not be the one buying them from you, but if somebody else sees it, man, you can use my comments to post phone farming stuff you have for sale. It doesn't bother me one bit. Matter of fact, if it helps you out, all the better. And hey, maybe I do need one more phone to fill up this empty spot. Maybe 2 more. I really do need 2 more, but I am going to do that. I'm going to work on a second board. I'm going to try and get to a total of 20 phone devices. And then I will have, like I said, I have the tablets. And hopefully I can find out what the heck is going on with the laptops. Because, I mean, S'mores normally paid pretty well. And I'm just not seeing hardly any earnings. I mean, I ran the other day on eCash Society's webpage on S'mores. And I think I made like $1. For running 2 windows open for the full day, and it's just not worth it as far as running a standalone laptop just to do that. You really need a little bit of better return than that. That's why I can't wait to when he gets his referral program up to see what his referral is going to be different from some of the other referral programs. And he also talked about in his Phone Farming Friday that he was live chat that he was going to hopefully be getting a mobile app up and running, and I really would like to see that because it does help when you're not jumping all over the place. At this point, I've tried out so many different ones. It's hard to decide on what I want a routine to be, and I'm going to have to actually sit down and do a lot of look at the earnings to find out exactly what the actual earnings and what the best apps are, because I've tried so many apps in the making of the YouTube channel that I have a lot of referrals on a lot of different sites that I just can't use, and I post the referral links more so not because I'm really going to make a lot of extra money on it. It's just, people have asked, hey, can we do anything to help you out? And I really, I'm not in a position to have to beg or anything for money, but it's just, it's free. Somebody asked, hey, can I get your link so I can find it? So I post all the referral links. I do thank everybody that uses any of my referral links because I do make a little extra money, and I thank everybody that watches my videos as well because, YouTube does pay a little bit of money. I mean, it's really not that much. It's nothing you're going to make a living off of. If anybody watching this video is a YouTuber themselves, they'll know that little bit of ad media the little bit of ad money that you get is not from AdSense media is really not, even if you're able to get a couple $100 a month, it's not game changing. I mean, it is extra money, don't get me wrong, and it's nice to have, but it's not a game changer as far as anything. You're not going to get rich doing any of this stuff. It is extra money. My goal is to, right now, is to push everything to Amazon gift cards because of the, you know, in the next couple months, holiday season will be here. I mean, we're looking, you know, we're already on the, you know, basically on the last day of the first week, and holidays are coming. So stash those Amazon gift cards. Cyber Monday, you know, there's going to be deals on stuff, and that's going to be the best time. Maximize your gift cards as much as possible, because that's what it's all about. That's why we sit here. That's why we sit here and we do this with these phones. We sit here and watch these little spinning emblems all the time, and we look for things like this when they stop working and they need to be reset. We're not going to send feedback, because all you got to do is press it and it's still working behind it anyway. As far as problems, I've had no problems with any of the phones running really anything. So all the apps are just kind of running. Let them be. Once a day in the morning I reset them. If anybody would like to know what specifically I found to be the best apps to use, I can do a separate video talking about my routine. But really, you see it: U apps, perk apps, some AppLike, if you're able to keep it stable enough to make decent money. Oh, Volcano or Volcano, whatever they want to be called, they've done well. I did get their payout. I did a $10 cash out. I did a $1 cash out. And I have $4.50 waiting for some more videos to go through and rate. And it really did good in the past. You know, I didn't get it started till this past month. And hey, you can get $12, $13 in a month. That's not bad. I hope they start releasing some more movies so I can do a little more, you know, go through, make a little more money off of that as well. I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I missed, and I really don't think so. Other than the fact that, like I said, I want to get another set of phones up and running here as soon as possible. Looks like that phone's having some problems. Have to restart it. Occasionally that's a problem with some of the U apps, which is why I did move them off of the lower Android systems. Perk just seems to run much better off of them, although the earnings are a little less. Right now I'm finding Perk in my area. Recently, I haven't seen as much political ads. That was kind of earlier in the week. Man, I was loaded up on political ads, and they were paying good. Like I said, they've been paying good. Recently, now it's all been the Jeep, Chrysler, and Ram ads. I'm sure everybody that runs the U apps knows about them, because they seem to be pretty steady on there. I haven't seen, like I said, I haven't seen so much of the political ads. Really can't wait. As election season here in the United States gets closer, there will be more and more, and more ads pays more and more money. So really hope we do well. I thank you all for watching. I will be posting up a couple of slideshows here and there of my trip up the east coast of the United States. I did go to Washington, D.C. I hadn't been there for a long time. Had a great time, saw a lot of the memorials, went to the Smithsonian. So I will post a little slideshow up there, a little extra. It won't be taking the place of any of the normal content. It'll just be extra as I get a chance to go through. If there is anything you want to know about, if there's, you know, websites you want to have reviewed, apps you want to see reviewed, let me know. You know, if you find something that you think's been a good earner for you, please leave it in the comments section. Also, please put where you're from, because I don't need to know exactly where you're from. I mean, hey, are you in the Southeast? Are you in the Northeast? Are you in Canada? Are you in the UK? Because it makes a difference. It is very regional to your advertising for a lot of these applications. So it does help people out. Let's help each other make as much as we can, because we do know that over the past year, 2 years, phone farming has come down as far as the profitability. So we really need to help each other out as best as we can. With that said, I think that is about it. And the video pushing, well, almost 20 minutes now. Made it a little longer, but hey, you guys haven't seen the farm for over a week. So yeah, I got to get it in. Show you the board. Show you what I've changed. I did have a question on Twitter when they saw the thing, that they are foam pads. They're actually used for speaker installation. When I worked at Mazda, they had a whole bunch of these for that went inside of speaker stuff, so they're just foam pad. I do it just so that it holds the cords. It is a magnetic whiteboard, and I had to drill through it, so there are a bit some sharp ends. So I use that pad to push through with the cord, and it keeps it just from the paracord part of the chargers from getting cut or nicked. And it just adds a little bit of padding so that they're not scratching up and down on the whiteboard itself. Cleans up the holes a little bit so you don't see a big hole drilled through. But overall, the whiteboard was nice as far as getting it set up. When I do the other one, I'm going to get the same board just because it'll be the same size and everything. But if I would go to do it again, do not get a magnetic one because it does have that metal layer inside and it really is a pain. It's not real thick. You can drill right through it, but it does leave some sharp edges if you're not careful with the drill that may cut your power cords if you're not good about going through and following them down and cleaning them up. Other than that, the only last thing I have to talk about is I use a timer. I don't know if everybody can see. I kind of have it set to where, you know, I try and run the phones down about as dead as possible before the charger comes on. They run on a cycle of, you know, charges them about 4 times a day, and then in between there's like a 3-hour, 4-hour window actually of time that they run on their battery, and I do have it pop one for 30 minutes in between that just to give a boost to some of the weaker phones. The two over here don't have the battery life, and this one is so old. It's been years. I think I've had it now almost 5 years, and the battery's just not as strong as the rest of the phones that can run a long time. So, you know, you do have to make sure, you do have to work and find what's right for you, and make sure that you do, because if you use a timer, the chance of the battery bloat from running a charger all the time on the battery is so much less. So if that helps you out, I hope it does. I thank you all for watching. As always, have a good day.